So the Xbox Showcase was a few days ago, and one of the titles they announced was Grounded 2. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm a big fan of the first game, and the fact it's going to be available July 29th has me excited. And the trailer they put out definitely showed a lot to be excited for. Let's break it down. First of all, besides the yoked girth commercial, which was oozing He-Man energy, a news anchor briefly recaps the end of the first game, which confirms a good ending, where a Raisin Man Dr. Wendell Tully gets cured and doesn't look like a raisin anymore, is canon. But that a mysterious explosion during a statue dedication in the park makes the teens and Dr. Tully disappear. You could probably guess what happens to them. They got shrunk. Again, once we start to see some gameplay, the first things to notice is the new bugs, like the butterfly front and center. But you'll have to watch out for that big scorpion that burrowed underground. With all these new critters, it's easy to overlook the bugs we're already familiar with, like the red ants and the orb weaver spiders, but they've got some new tricks to show off, arguably the biggest one being rideable ants. And it looks like these guys can still attack while mounted too. I feel like it's gonna be difficult to leave the saddle with how good these ants will be. The orb weaver appears to have some new uses for its webs that also include some defense, so it's good to see familiar faces getting some love. Speaking of familiar faces, we get some good close-ups of the kids in some pretty intimidating looking armor, and I guess the kids figured out how to dual wield the daggers. Alright, enough of the kids and critters, let's talk about the different places we'll be able to explore. The most unique location is definitely the snowy area that's just covered with ice cream. We've also got the insides of some sort of electronic device. There is an amplifier next to the statue, but it also makes me wonder if it could be the underside of the Billy Hogg's hot dog stand. There's a few more pieces of info from the final splash screen, including something I was worried about. That scorpion definitely has some infection going on. There's gonna be a lot of exploring to do once Grounded 2 arrives on July 29th. What has got you the most excited? And was there anything else that you noticed?